What's up, YouTube? It's Larry Turnbow, still out here in the beautiful Salvador Bahia. I found this little private little spot down here on the beach. Little walkway, it was perfect. So I thought I might shoot a little video here. Here y'all can see. See, it's like a little walkway. The stairs come down. It's another one over there too, where see some stairs that go down there. There's a lot of jagged rocks down there, so I'm gonna stay up here, but see if I can't get a good shot for y'all. Ain't no green in there, but this will be a quick one. Just, you know, one of the thoughts that I have on my mind. It's about architect versus builder, and which one are you, and knowing which one you are can help you out greatly. So I can think of many different instances in my life where somebody benefited off of something that I told them about or introduced them to more than me, right? I was always a good idea generator. Might coming this way. And I would share them with people and they would benefit or come up off of it even more than I did. And I never been no hater, so it didn't make me mad, but it did make me kind of look at the situation like, man, why are people able to, you know, why are they coming up off of this? I was the one who figured it out and told them, but then they turned it into something, you know, faster than I did. They're going right here. And so I thought about it, you know, like, man, why, what is that? So, you know, what it really came down to was execution, right? Here, I'm gonna pause this for 1 second. So yeah, it came down to execution, and you know, I was the idea factory, and then you would have somebody else who didn't necessarily come up with many ideas, but when you put one in their head, since they don't come up with anything else, they just stick to that one and hammer it out and execute on it. Whereas, you know, somebody who constantly got ideas popping up, come up with a good one, but then you come up with another good one later, and you might, you know, with an undisciplined mind, you know, drift off or, you know, jump onto that other one. And this is why, honestly, I feel like a lot of times in business, being basic can actually help you, because you're not tempted to do other things. You know, if you're one of those people who are, you know, naturally kind of good at a lot of different things, that could be a hindrance, because it's hard for you to pick just one. Whereas somebody who's like, I don't see myself as good at anything, or maybe just this one thing, so you never even attempted to try anything else, so you do that one, right? So there's kind of that. But then there, you know, there's the dynamic of, and if you think about with buildings, of architects and the builders, right? So you could be an architect, master architect, and never once in your career have put a hammer to a nail, because that's not their job. Your job as the architect is to make a blueprint. And then the builders, again, are the self-explanatory, the ones that are erecting the structure, but they're not going off of their own creativity. They have a blueprint that they are following, and if it's no blueprint, then it's nothing to build. So, you know, you got the person that makes the blueprint, and then you got the people that actually take it and build it. And those can be the same person, but as it is with building of structures, it's not. It's usually not. And I find that to be the same thing with a lot of other things. Building a company, right? You got the CEO or the founder or someone who created a vision, but then they hire talent and they hire people to build out the vision. You know, I never really got good with graphic design, digital, right? Like, I'm an artist and I can draw. I never really took the time to learn Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop and any of that, not in depth. However, I've delivered a lot of graphic design for people because I have a blueprint in my mind. They pay me, and I'm able to express what it is I want to create. I don't necessarily have the know-how with the tools, but I know what the tools can do. And I will hire a graphic designer to create what I envision. And they're not using their own creativity. They're creating exactly what I tell them. So, you know, same type of dynamic. I had the blueprint for what we were going to make with this visual, and then they built it. And, you know, some people are really good at one and some people are really good at the other. And, you know, recognizing that is you recognizing your strengths and weaknesses. And, you know, you can play into that, or you can acknowledge it, or you want to start this company, and then, you know, you always come up with these good ideas, but then when it comes to making it, you just kind of burn out or something else comes up, and, you know, maybe you need to be the founder and the CEO, but you need to hire some talent. Or you might be the opposite. You know, you can do something, but you ain't necessarily coming up with the grand plan. Find somebody who does have the grand plan, and you know, become valuable to them. You could be the right-hand man or right-hand gal of that person. So, you know, just something to think about. It's also a similar dynamic with the hedgehog and the fox. And the people who created Sonic the Hedgehog, whose partner was Tails the fox, they knew about this, right? It takes a certain person to, the hedgehog is the one, you know, going full steam ahead. But when they uncover things, the fox kind of hovers around it and, you know, discovers other things. It's like the difference between a person throwing rocks in the ocean who creates the ripples, and then there's the scientist who sits and studies the ripples and how fast they're going and the rates of change and how many kilojoules and, you know, what was the acceleration and the force that the rock hit the water with for us to, you know, for me to measure. And the scientist has a job to do, which is to measure, observe and measure, but somebody has to do the thing for them to observe and measure first, right? So the person who acts, I'm gonna use an art reference. I'm in the art world. You got the artists and then you got the dealers. You know, you got the people who make the art, and then you got all the hands behind the scene, the gallery owners who set it up, and the photographers who come take pictures, and the, you know, the appraisers who put a value on it, and the dealers who get on the phone and try to sell it, and all of that. But all of these other people work in all these other parts, but there's nothing for any of them to do until somebody creates the art, right? Some similar kind of dynamic. Architect and the builder. Someone creates the value, and then all the other people got their hands touching on it. Someone creates the blueprint, and then you got the group of people that, you know, bring it all the way into fruition. Time and architecture is, you know, that's a yin and yang dynamic. Masculine is the architect, grand architect, and then the feminine is the creator, or, you know, brings into reality what, you know, what seed is planted in her mind or in her womb, right? But yeah, that's getting into, you know, masculine and feminine, a little more esoteric. But anyway, it's just a short video. The hedgehog and the fox, the architect and the builder. Which one are you? Knowing which one you are can help you position yourself a little better, lean into your strengths, stop leaning into your weaknesses, and, you know, just allow you to position yourself for more success in whatever it is you're trying to do with your life. So, all right, that's the video. You know, I'm gonna give y'all one more last shot of beautiful Baja Beach, or part of it here. You can see the rocks behind me. Couple people down there. I can't zoom in with the front-facing camera. But yeah, man, it's beautiful out here. I love this place, Salvador Bahia, Brazil. If you ever get a chance, come visit. Peace.